The XC40 Recharge pure electric crossover is pretty much everything you'd expect a Volvo full EV model to be. This fashionable battery-powered compact premium SUV, the first of the brand's models to be available exclusively online, features a state-of-the-art, fully electric all-wheel drive powertrain that offers a WLTP-rated range of up to 260 miles on a single charge and an output of 408 horsepower. The drawback is premium pricing, but otherwise a lot of boxes seem to have been ticked here.
This all-wheel drive pure electric XC40 uses the larger 78 kilowatt-hour battery pack and the twin electric motor setup, one on each axle, that we've already seen on the top version of the extremely rapid Polestar 2 EV Sports Saloon. There's 408 horsepower on tap, yes, you heard that right, and that seems like it'd be rather excessive for the needs of most likely customers, which is probably why Volvo's also offering a lower powered front-driven version of this pure electric Recharge model. But in this all-wheel drive variant, you have to have the gutsiest power pack, and that sprints you to 62 miles an hour from rest in just 4.9 seconds, with more torque than you get in a Nissan GT-R super sports car, 660 newton meters of it, at which point the motor's spinning at a heady 14,000 RPM. The driving range on offer isn't quite what you'll get from that equivalent Polestar 2 or some notable rivals. Volvo quotes a best of up to 260 miles, that's 32 miles less than the Polestar 2's figure, and the deficit's down to the XC40's boxier shape. To get that claimed mileage, you'll have to engage what the Swedish maker calls one-pedal drive, and that's selectable from this driving menu, and that's provided on the centre dash screen here. This dramatically increases the regenerative braking effect when you come off the throttle, to the point where, as advertised, the brake pedal will hardly ever be needed. As for charging, well, a 0 to 80% charge can take just 40 minutes using a 150 kilowatt DC fast charger. A full charge using the onboard AC charger plugged into your garage wall box will take 8 hours. The main visual difference marking out this Recharge pure electric XC40 model is its blanked off front grille, which is rarely a great adornment for an EV, and it isn't here. Otherwise, there's the usual robot-inspired styling, plus piercing Thor's hammer LED headlights and a clamshell bonnet. From the side, the battery-powered remit of this pure electric variant is difficult to spot. There's a Recharge badge on the sharply angled C-pillar, but that's about it. Even the charging flap looks exactly like a fuel filler cap. Otherwise, this BEV XC40 variant has all the hallmarks of a well-equipped normal XC40, including a contrast-coloured Blackstone roof, high-gloss black integrated roof rails, and big wheels, usually 19 inches in size, but they're 20 inches on this top twin Pro model. You might do better identifying this Volvo's zero-emissions BEV status at the rear. There's an identifying badge, and of course, tailpipes are absent. Like any other XC40, this one rides on the brand's compact modular architecture platform, and that's why it can roll down the same Ghent factory production line as its combustion-fueled range stablemates. At the wheel, you get the usual cool Scandinavian vibe that's helped to make this the best-selling premium badged compact SUV of its kind, which means digital dials, a dose of Swedish minimalism, and door bins bigger than any you'll have ever seen, because the door cards don't have to accommodate big stereo speakers. The two screens do of course incorporate specific EV features. The 12.3-inch progressive driver display that you view through this 3-spoke wheel has a speed meter on the left and a drive meter on the right. The latter shows you whether you're using battery charge or regenerating it. And this 9-inch centre console portrait touchscreen can show a location map with marked charging points, along with charging and driving sections. The latter allows you to select a one-pedal drive option, which will maximise the effect of regenerative braking. This central monitor, well, it also showcases Volvo's pioneering new Android infotainment setup that includes worldwide navigation with Google Maps, advanced voice recognition, and that's by Google Assistant, and access to the Google Play Store for a range of in-car apps. Right, time to take a look in the rear. The rear of the cabin is exactly as it would be in any other XC40, and headroom remains generous even though the system battery pack is sitting right below your feet. Even this top model's panoramic glass roof shouldn't compromise head space too much unless you are exceptionally lanky. We're not so keen though on the way that the angled style of the rear C-pillar might create something of a claustrophobic feel back here for younger folk. If you have children, then do take them along to the test drive to make sure that they'll be happy here. The central positioning of the battery pack means that boot space isn't compromised either. This standard powered tailgate rises to reveal 452 litres of it. There are some really nice convenience touches here, principally this neat divider which can rise and divide the space laterally to stop your shopping from sliding around here in the boot. The hinges of that divider even stand proud of its top, and that gives you hooks from which you can hang your shopping bags. Fold the rear bench forward and up to 1,328 litres of total capacity is revealed if you load up to the roof. Now, you might have noticed the absence of charging leads back here, and that's because they're stored elsewhere in the car. So let's go and take a look. Because no engine is needed beneath the clamshell bonnet, Volvo's used the space to create a frunk. 31 litre space, which is perfect for the two provided charge leads. The government talks about incentivising the sale of electric vehicles, but then progressively reduces buying incentives on them. Car manufacturers talk about wanting to increase the EV percentage of their sales, but then they price the full electric models beyond the reach of most buyers. It's a conundrum, and for the time being, it doesn't show any real sign of being solved. This XC40 Recharge pure electric model is a case in point. It's a very well engineered little electric vehicle, but like all its direct rivals, it costs quite a considerable amount. And then there are the usual EV issues, not only that you might run out of range, but also that you might turn up at a charging point and find that it's out of order or there's a queue. Or perhaps that you'll plug your EV in at night and then an hour later find out that you're required 150 miles away with only 80 miles charged into the battery. If a car like this is a second vehicle, as it will be in most cases, then these issues become less problematic. But until they're solved and until prices become more accessible, then more expensive EVs like this one, impressive as they are, will continue to be quite a rare sight on our roads. There are lots of things, though, that we like about what Volvo's tried to do here. The accessible Care by Volvo finance package, the sophisticated Google-based tech for the media and pilot assist driving systems, and the practical front storage area too. The brand's really thought carefully here, not only about what customers might want, but also about what they might really need in a premium EV of this kind, which makes this XC40 Recharge pure electric model a difficult car to ignore if you're seeking a premium compact crossover which allows you to more easily make the seismic switch into EV motoring. It's an electric vehicle, but with a bit more spark.